Let's ride.
Straight from the mountain to your street, giving you a taste of something sweet. So don't go away, sit down, take a seat. It's Midweek Motivation. Let's drop this beat, man. That's my dog. Let's go.
Welcome to Midweek Motivation. Real conversations with real people about a very real God. I have a real person, a real host, and a very cool shirt that I'm very jealous of that I didn't get because I was not here and I did not help. I got to participate rarely as only a parent. It was awesome. And by participate, I mean I drove my kids here and dropped them off, and then I picked them up. It was great.
I was honestly, at the end of the work week, I was hoping you were still alive because when you disappeared, bro.
It takes, all right, so this is what I figured out about myself. It takes me about a day and a half to really disconnect and like turn off, like I'm at work, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm not one of these people, like Courtney's really good at this. Courtney can flip a switch really quickly. Like she can toggle work, home, like instantly.
Yeah.
And I can't do that, right? When I'm working, like everything else gets shut out and I'm in work mode. When I'm at home, for the most part, right? I disconnect pretty well, which is why I ghosted basically everyone last week, which is a part of me. Part of me, that's just my introverted personality.
Yeah.
Right. Which is actually a little bit of the impetus for what we're going to talk about today.
Personalities.
Yeah, well, sort of, a little bit. Today we're talking about rest. I thought, what's more appropriate than talking about rest right after I get back from vacation? A very short vacation, which incidentally, so we were Sunday night. We were getting the kids ready to go to bed, and then Hudson, before he went downstairs to his dungeon room, he said, "Are you going to work tomorrow?" We both looked at him like, yeah, we just took a week off. He's like, I don't know if you're still on vacation. Like, we just took a week off. Like, how long do you think people take vacation for? He's like, I don't know, a month. Like, that is a world that I want to live in.
Amen, brother.
Doesn't that sound great?
That sounds fantastic.
I love my job. I don't know what I would do for a month. Like, even for people that don't necessarily love their job, like, no, that's not true. I think I could find myself entertained for a month. I'm sure I could invest in something, do something for a month.
If it's in the middle of football season, Big Ten play starts, absolutely. I can, or when the Wednesday night Maction starts, all those midweek football games are playing, absolutely I can find stuff to do.
Yeah, that's true.
Or if the cost of lumber goes down, I can go out and try to build stuff, fail at it, get mad, kick it, hit it with a sledgehammer, throw it away, start over.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything where the cost is going to go down anytime soon. I think that's just a rule of the world that everything is going to go up. Except my chances of winning the lottery. I think those continue to go down, which... Especially because I don't play.
I can't win it if you don't play it.
I can't tell you how many times I've driven past the signs. It's like 125 million or 30 million, or like I've looked at it like, the kids always ask me like, what would you do with all that? And I rattle it off like real quick. It's super boring stuff.
I would donate money to make my own wing of the church.
Ooh, that would be cool and not self-serving at all. What's in the wing of your church?
It wouldn't be a sanctuary because that would absolutely be self-serving. And I would make like a gymnasium.
That'd be cool.
A Trevor S. Worley gymnasium.
Someplace you can make Brentley lift heavy things in the church rather than down at the gym.
A fully serviced gym. Absolutely. And for those that don't know, and most of you probably don't know, I have been meeting Brentley Ring, our middle school director, at the gym Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday.
And you can see the effect of it on his face. He's really excited about it.
I don't know if that's true. I told him, I said, there will be days that you hate me. There will be days that...
You're doing this 4 days in a row?
Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday.
Okay, so he gets Wednesdays off.
Wednesdays and the weekend. That's nothing.
Nothing?
I mean, that's something. That's a lot. That's a lot.
I mean, for those of us that do not work out because we're lazy. That sounds like a lot.
Well, it's paying dividends. He's getting strong. Swole, as some would say.
Yeah, he looks really excited about it too.
I'm excited about it.
He was walking up the stairs earlier. He was like, I think I hate Trevor.
Well, it was also like that.
And in my head, I thought, we've all had that thought. So, we understand. There's nothing wrong with that.
Something that is very crucial to the success of weightlifting and being stronger is rest.
Rest. Look at that fantastic segue. Now I'm going to derail us again because
Let's go.
We got a couple things to celebrate. Number one, we are getting closer to Easter. Easter is on its way. So our Easter egg hunt's happening on Easter. We have one down at Vinton, at our Vinton campus. It's very exciting. We'll have an Easter egg hunt there. And we'll have Easter egg hunt following hunt. Every once in a while, it'll come out really southern. We'll have an Easter egg hunt up here on the mountain following the 10:30 service. We'll have sunrise service up here on the mountain. It's going to be Pam Jack Day.
Well,
as
and
they say.
it's going out on E-News, but they're doing the whole adopt a container,
Tote.
adopt a tote. Yeah, that's what it is. Adopt a tote, and your family, if you're interested, can get a tote of eggs. I think it has how many in it? 500 eggs.
A lot, yeah.
Yeah, I think each tote has close to around 500 eggs, and you and your family can fill them. With candy, if you so desire. No chocolate if you're filling for a mountain tote. But there's the opportunity to do that, or you can donate candy to the church as well, and we'll do the filling of the eggs for you.
Yeah, and even if you're not interested in taking a tote, you can still do it.
Yes.
If you're not interested, we'll let you do
Even
it
if
too.
you're not interested, the Lord has now placed the calling on your life.
That's true. You should now feel guilty and slightly obligated to come and take a tote. I don't feel guilty about asking people to do
Now
that.
look,
That sounds
you
good.
don't have to buy 500 pieces of candy and fill
true.
the eggs, but if you can, probably should.
And also, if you're looking for a way to get rid of all the Halloween candy that you still have,
You just take a Sharpie and mark out the date on the candy.
there's dates on
I
candy.
don't know.
Look.
Okay.
It's all high fructose corn syrup. It can't go bad.
Chocolate's not allowed on the mountain, and neither are the peanut circus candies.
No, but some Jolly Ranchers would be great.
I love Jolly Rancher.
Jolly Ranchers will never go bad.
No.
Let's see. I mean, I'm thinking of Skittles. Skittles are fantastic. Can Skittles go bad? No chance. I'm trying to think of non-chocolatey candy.
Butterscotch.
A butterscotch. Give me some of those hard cinnamon candies.
I'd like some butterscotch.
Did your grandma ever carry butterscotch in her purse?
Dude.
I feel like that's like
That's
such a
everybody's
typical.
grandma from the 90s.
Yeah. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
I think my grandma always had the little mints. She didn't have the butterscotch, but she had the red and white mints. Delicious.
Those and
Always
the
had
strawberry
something.
candies, the soft strawberry candy, like in the strawberry wrapper. It looks like a
those are
little,
good.
like
Those
a
are
little
delicious.
pineapple, but it's a strawberry.
We could just call this show Rabbit Holes or Detours
Yeah.
or Trails.
Detours with Darren.
Detours. I feel like I'd have to be wearing like an orange vest or something, have a sign. Maybe that's our next show.
Just a
There's-
picture of a GPS.
There's no notes. It's just we just start with one prompt and just see where we end up.
One day.
One of these
That might be
days.
our show.
But yeah, that's coming up Easter, April 5th. It's gonna be a good day, so don't miss that. Make sure you join us online if you're not able to be here in person, or if you're part of our online campus. We'd love for you to be there. Invite somebody as well. We'll be here online at 9 and 10:30 as well. But that's coming up Easter. Easter is always a fun time, especially around here. Special Sunday on Palm Sunday. We have a special dance happening up here on the mountain.
For the little
That's
kiddies.
exciting. They've been practicing. I walked in a couple weeks ago on the day of the first practice. Had no idea they were here. Wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
I was dropping Hudson off or something, and I walked in the front doors and like, where, what? And then I figured it out. Like just people everywhere.
Yeah, they're very excited about it.
It's going to be very good. It's always good. Morgan and her team do a fantastic job, always putting those together. So we're excited about that. Something else to celebrate. Last week, the past 2 weeks, has been incredible. A lot of significant life change that's happened over the past couple weeks. We were talking right before we started recording. We were trying to get the numbers straight in our head because there's been so many. But over the past 2 weeks, we've had more than 50 decisions made for Christ, either first-time commitments for salvation or rededications in our Sunday services. So just in the Sunday services in the past 2 weeks, there's been more than 50 decisions. If you remember the exact number, you should put it in the chat and let us know, because we have it somewhere, but, we don't remember. So, but more than 50 decisions, it's been fantastic. We've had several of those online. We had several this week online. It's been great. It's been great to connect with those of you online that made the decision. And then this past weekend, we had something that happened for the very first time in Big Weekend. It was our very first annual, which I think we'll do it again because I heard overwhelmingly great stories from it. But Big Weekend, there was 9. Is that right? Is that the number I heard?
I think so.
There's 9 decisions for Christ. Some of them came out of the large group teaching time. Some of them were in like small group discussion sessions. It was all sorts of great things. My kids came home, had a lot of great things to say. Said that worship was awesome.
Yeah, I heard the worship team was awesome.
Yeah, there was that one guitar player, that bald guy. Actually, both those guitar players, they were okay, is what I heard. But
Yeah,
that is what it is. Yeah. My favorite thing on Sunday, you should go back and watch 10:30 service if you haven't, but favorite thing was seeing the students run to the front of the stage and worship through the rest of the worship service. Little trouble clapping in the beginning, but every time we do that song, people have trouble clapping.
Yeah, well, it's because they get so excited.
They do get excited.
It's hard to keep rhythm when you can hardly contain yourself.
It is challenging, and I'll tell you, if you're not very good at clapping, okay, from two guys who are musicians, right? Here's the trick, okay? It's 2 and 4, or if you're not sure, go on 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? Or if you're really not sure, just follow the drums.
Listen for the snare.
Listen for the snare.
If you
the problem is on Glorious Day,
snare,
it's 4 on the kick drum.
Yeah,
That's
that
clapping.
song's different, but it's
don't listen to the rhythm of that guitar, right? It's that riff that always messes with people. That opening riff. Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah, because there's
dun.
like a dotted eighth delay attached to the guitar part.
I think the proper term is syncopation.
I mean, sure.
I might be making that up.
I mean, that's a word.
It is a word.
100% a word.
I do know that word.
I don't know. It is a word for
I don't know if
music,
it's a proper word.
but I don't know if it's the proper one for that. But either way, if you hear the guitar part, ignore it.
Yes.
And only listen for the drums or whatever the music leader is clapping. Stay with them.
Yeah. Or if you don't have rhythm, just find somebody that does and do what they do.
If Morgan's clapping, or if Ashley's clapping, or if Marshall's clapping, or Joel is clapping, clap with them.
What if Brantley's clapping at Big Weekend?
Now that was the first mistake. He encouraged it. Just everybody's sitting there like, okay, how did they get this clap right? You see Brentley in the back.
I heard that story. It made me so happy. I love that kid so much. I'm so proud
He's
of him.
amazing. Our middle school director is awesome. If you didn't know,
It's fun for me because I knew the kid when he was in high school, like a year ago. So it's been really fun to watch him grow up a little bit and become an adult. He's always been super mature. He's always basically been an adult, which is why it's so fun to make fun of him for being old, because he's always been an old man at heart. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
I love that kid. He gets the privilege of working with me now. I shouldn't call him a kid, but I'm old, so I'm going to call him a kid. He gets the privilege of working with me part of his day now, and I don't know if he loves that all the time. But he tolerates it. So shout out to Brentley. Shout out to John Spencer, our student pastor, for putting together that event.
you're doing big things.
Big things happened at Big Weekend. And then this past Sunday, in addition to all the commitments that were made in our Sunday morning adult services, there were 9 salvations that happened in our preteen ministry.
Yep.
So we say all that to say this. It is not just our Sunday morning services where God is moving.
Yeah.
Right. And especially in our preteen ministry, like that wasn't a planned thing. That was Lindsay, our preteen director, just felt the Spirit moving and felt compelled to give an invitation. She did, and 9 kids made first-time commitments. Right. What more do we ask for, right?
It's amazing.
That's the sign of a growing church, and that's just more evidence, more than anything, that God is doing good things, and the direction we're moving is the right direction. So. Always exciting to see salvations. So if you're one of those people that made a decision, either online or maybe you were in person with us this past Sunday or the Sunday before, let us know about it. Many of you have already filled out a card or connected with us, but we'd love to be able to walk with you and support you through that. Yep. So I did just get back from a week of vacation. It was awesome. This is why I wasn't sure if Brentley enjoys working with me all the time, because he's been working with me for like 3 weeks, and I've shown him most everything he had to do, but then I left and I didn't answer my phone a whole lot for him.
No, and he realized just how much you hadn't shown him.
Yes. Yep. So I was resting at the behest of my wife, shout out to my wife, who is a genius, and I love her dearly, and I should listen to her more. But I listened to my wife, and I listened to my friends that told me I needed to take some time off and rest, and I did rest. And by about the 3rd day, I really felt like how much I actually needed that. Right. It had been a while since I'd been on vacation, so it was good. I was ready when I got back here yesterday to hit the ground running and go back to work. So
felt rejuvenated.
I felt so rejuvenated. It's a little scary. It's not necessarily a good thing, but I was thinking about rest this week, and I thought, we end our day, like you might work 8 hours and you come home, and then we say we rest, right? But what does that rest look like for a lot of people, right?
Yeah. Preparing dinner, playing with the kids, putting the kids to bed, doing laundry,
right?
Starting the dishwasher.
Right. You're doing chores. Yeah. And then after all those things are done, you might get some time to sit down, and you maybe watch TV, maybe you read a book, maybe you play video games. Courtney won't play video games with me very often, unless it's like Mario Kart or Super Mario, because those are the only things that she's better than me at. Dang. She's much better than me at Super Mario. She used to be better than me at bowling, but that changed. And she really, really, really hates that, and that's fun for me. But I thought about, we do all these things, and we consider those things rest, right? And then we go to bed. We try to get enough sleep because we think that's rest. Now, certainly that sleep can be rest, right? But I was thinking, like, what does Scripture mean when it's talking about rest? Because Scripture has plenty to say about rest, but I thought about this verse this passage in Psalms. Psalm 62, 5-8. This is David talking about finding rest in God. It says, "Yes, my soul, find rest in God. My hope comes from him. Truly, he is my rock and my salvation. He is my fortress. I will not be shaken. My salvation and my honor depend on God. He is my mighty rock, my refuge. Trust in him at all times, you people. Pour out your hearts to him, for God is our refuge." Now, there's a lot of R words in today's episode, but there's an R word that gets repeated in there. And if you've ever studied Scripture before, you should know that when there's something gets repeated, right? It means it's important, right? There's something we should pay attention to. So what he's doing is he's connecting the idea of rest, the idea of refuge, right? And that idea of refuge is a place that you feel safe, right? It's a very challenging thing for me to rest in my office.
Right.
Not to say I haven't done it.
Yeah.
But I struggle to rest in my office because it's a place of work. It's not a place of rest, right? And I love my work, but it's a place where I work, right? Places where I find refuge is sitting in my recliner at home, which is not quite it's a little more comfortable than this one, but this is pretty fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, especially for like $100
on Amazon.
Special. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought about this. I thought, we don't. Maybe somebody warned. Maybe somebody warned you about this, or maybe you listen to people better than this. But I feel like no one told me, or I just didn't listen. No one told me how busy I would be as an adult.
Yeah, I wouldn't say anybody told me, but I was told to basically guard your time as I got older, because it's very easy to get distracted and busy with so many things. You don't really have time for yourself or for God or for your kids. Like, it's often very, very difficult, not getting involved in too much.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, nobody ever told me that I would feel busy all the time.
Yeah. Well, especially once you have kids, that's like, there's always somebody that needs you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I imagine is probably worse for moms, because do your kids ever do this thing where they walk past you? Well, yeah, especially stay-at-home moms. Shout out to you guys. But do your kids ever walk past you and ask your wife for something?
Every stinking day, Darren. Every day. And it frustrates me. And I know as much as it frustrates me, I know Ashley's probably like, are you serious? Like, you've been with me all day, sun up to sundown. Your dad is here, and you still don't ask him anything.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, good to know that's a pretty universal experience.
It's a universal conundrum.
Yeah. But David's trying to get us to get to this idea of rest is refuge, right? And sometimes it has to be a place. Like, there might be, maybe for you, there needs to be a place where you go that you are alone and away from everyone else. I've talked to a lot of guys at work, a lot of husbands and fathers, like their vehicle on the way home, that's a place of rest and a place of refuge, right? Yeah, I call it decompressing. Like, sometimes we sit in the driveway. Yep.
Radio's not even on. You're just driving.
Sometimes you might sit in the driveway, might not do anything, right? Maybe it's while you're still driving down the road. Like, you're being safe. You know what you're doing, but you're not thinking on anything.
Don't even remember how you got there. It just happened.
Well, that might be something else, but yeah, I've done that too. But the idea that David's getting at is we have to find ways to find rest in God, right? That's where, another R word, that's where you really get that feeling of restoration and rejuvenation, right? A lot of R words. Somebody do an R. We should do an R word counter. See how many R words we can throw out. And but there's value in finding real, actual rest, right? Because well, a lot of times we get this mentality of like, well, I don't have time to rest. I don't have time to sit down and spend time in Scripture. I don't have time to spend time in prayer. And I do that. I've said that all the time. And every time I think to myself, like, oh, I don't have time to do that, my dad's voice always rings in my head, because he'd always say this. Maybe your dad have said this too. Or maybe your parents have said this, or somebody wiser than you has said this to you. You have time for what you make time for. And the older I get, the more I realize how right my dad was. Like, about basically everything.
Oh, yeah. And how much control we do actually have over our time. We may not think we do, but a lot of the time being taken up is self-inflicted. I think I'm guilty of it too, but
yeah. And part of that time needs to be spent in rest. Because you can't. I used to listen to a podcast all the time. This guy's not a Christian, but he always ends his podcast with, "You can't pour from an empty cup." Like, man, you're like not even. This guy's not a Christian. Well, I think he's actually an atheist, but it's a good podcast. It's interesting stuff to listen to. But you can't pour from an empty cup. So this is not even a Christian perspective. That's just a human perspective, right? You have to have time to be rested and fulfilled and restored. Fulfilled's not an R word, but it is a good word that fits. So question I want to end us with today is, where do you find your rest? Everybody finds rest in something. And where are you finding your rest? Where are you finding your refuge? I hope it's in Jesus. For people that have been in church the past couple weeks, we've seen a bunch of people that are now finding their rest in Jesus, right? And they're going to learn more about what that means as they continue to walk with Jesus. But they're finding their rest in Jesus. And along that, I will tell you, along with that comes peace. It comes, I was going to say prosperity, but that, has some other connotations of it.
Spiritual prosperity.
Spiritual prosperity. Yeah, there we go. But find your rest in Jesus. So whatever your schedule looks like, find ways to build rest into it. Take a vacation. Yeah. Take a nap. Naps are good. Right.
I think it's safe to say you start your day with prayer, and you should recover from your day or days with prayer. I mean, if you find rest through Jesus, through God, maybe one of the ways to get you there quicker is through prayer. While you're resting, pray.
Yeah.
Ask him to fill you with peace and rejuvenate you.
Ooh, that's another good R word.
Rejuvenate.
Should make a list of all the R words that mean the same thing.
Let me go grab a thesaurus real quick.
Yeah. Never mind. I'm controlling all of my detours right now. That was really good. I'm really proud of that.
Yeah.
But yes, find your rest in God. You can do it. Build that into your schedule. One thing that will help you if you don't have a rhythm of rest built in, one thing that can help you is 40 Days to the Cross. You can still get in and be a part of that. Go to our website.
Reading.
Yep. You can be a part of our daily Bible reading plan. I get excited all the time. All throughout the day, we've had notifications popping up, and people have commented and finished reading the day's Bible reading plan. So it's a great habit, and if you could pull it off for 40 days, guess what? Your mind is going to be trained to do it.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's going to fill you. It's going to help build a rhythm of rest into your life. So,
absolutely.
Thanks for joining us for another episode of Midweek Motivation. Have a great week and stay motivated.
Stay motivated, my friends.
Let's go.